Hello everyone, this is Marie Blue Angel, and today I am playing a demo for Heart's Depth. This demo came out for Otome Jam 2024, and the reason I am particularly intrigued about it is because mermaids are involved. And I haven't played a mermaid game in a while, so I'm really excited to see what this one is all about. So without further ado, let's just get started. I don't know how long this will be. What's my name? June's a great name. Sometimes if they already have, I mean, like, most characters already have a name, but, like, I wouldn't change it too much anyways. Let's just go with June. Yes. Thank you. Oh my gosh, it's, like, absolutely, like, thundering, and, well, I'm assuming it's thundering, and lightning. Lots of lightning right now. It was sunny only moments ago. What is this? Blasted. I sailed us right into a sea witch storm. Hold on to something, June. Okay. High energy. Imagining all the sound effects of like The ship creaks as he tries to turn it back towards the port, but the waves are unrelenting. Something stirs in the back of my memory as I stare down into the waves below. I can see something glowing through the wind and rain. And we're gonna check that our volume is okay. June! I try to reach for it, forgetting myself for a moment. The light of the surface is drifting further and further away. My body is sinking deeper, and the loud sounds from the surface are lost in the waves. The regret floods my mind, but it's too late. I can feel myself fading. Okay, the music picked up, so turning it down a little bit. Okay, so what an intro. I'm wondering if this is like before we got on the boat, or this is, I'm assuming this is, before before the scene before us. That's what I'm trying to say. Salty air. I remember how I would try to stick out my tongue to taste it, or rather, maybe we were just remembering things while we drift into unconsciousness. I was a child the last time I did something as silly as that. I can't wait to see it again, but when I think about the ocean, I can't help but feel like I broke a promise to it. It has been 10 years since I've last seen the ocean. Perhaps it was just because I missed grandfather after being inland without contact for so long. I only ever got to see him on special holidays in the summer, but now I'm returning to Aquantis again just to see him. I can't really remember why my mother stopped letting me see grandfather. She said she had lost trust in him after something that happened to me here when I was a child. Even though I am grown now, she refuses to say what happened. Please gather all personal belongings. We are arriving at Aquantis Station. We're already here. The screeching of the brakes signal the train to a stop. I bring out my camera. We have a cute little outfit. Take a picture of the town around. From my car seat window, I let the shutter of my camera go off, taking a picture of the town. I like that little feature. Let's see how it turned out. This part of town has a great view of the sea. It's hard to believe that the port used to be further down. The letter grandfather sent me had his address, though it would be helpful to ask for some directions. The harbor city is huge. It's been years since I last set foot here. A quaint assortment of homes and shops ascend down the hill that lead to the ports, cramped with new and old parts of the city mixed together. Excuse me, sir. Hello? He ignores me, walking quickly away from the station. I try to ask a few more people, but not one wants to give me the time of day. Trying to grab anyone's attention around here seems impossible. They all just ignore me. Were they so unfriendly to people from outside when I was younger? I can't remember. The further I walk down from the top of the city, the more and more the atmosphere seems to change. Rather than being ignored, it seems I'm attracting an uncomfortable attention. Their gazes feel heavy on me as I walk by. It looks like these parts have fallen into harder times. When I was younger, I remember it being more lively and nice, but now it feels gloomy and unwelcoming. Ugh, inlanders. What is someone like someone like her out here for? Inlander? Oi, you don't see many of them. And she's got a fancy one of those picture devices. That could land us a nice bit of coin, eh? Are they referring to my camera? They're hardly being secretive about wanting to rob me. I quietly slip away from the men watching me, heading further down the road. I keep my camera close to my hip, hiding it with my coat to prevent any further unwanted attention. The smell grows worse as I suddenly find myself at a market. Where all the fish. Look at the fish! There are so many interesting things to see. What catches my eye? The children playing in the street. The children are playing some kind of game.
I want to be the mermaid hunter this time. No way! It's my turn!
How cute.
I don't want to be no stinking fish. I'ma be a hunter. I'ma be a hunter.
Okay, whatever. I gotta practice my kid voices some more. I wonder if I ever played like that as a kid here. The smell of fish, salt, smoke, and sewer is strong here. Though, despite it, there seem to be a few friendlier townsfolk around. Where do I start? Elderly woman? Good day to you, ma'am. I apologize for the disruption, but could I trouble you for directions? The woman turns to me. She has a crazed look on her face. Knock, knock? Pardon? Knock, knock? Oh, I know this one. Who's there? Knock, knock? Knock, knock? The old woman grins toothily. Knock, knock? Have a good day, ma'am. I walk away quickly. The child will give us directions? Hi there. Do you know where I could find this area? The child is holding a plush octopus tightly. It looks well loved. I show him the address and he glances at it.
Oh, I know that place. My mama says I'm not allowed to go to the West Alley. She says there's bad people there.
Oh. Well, thank you for your help. Fishmonger. I just hope I'm not expected to buy the fish covered in flies. Good day to you, sir. I'm sorry for disrupting you, but... Bass or tilapia? Oh, well, I'm not looking to buy fish right now, actually. Could you please help me with the directions to... Do I look like a map stand? I sell fish. You buy fish, then you leave. You get it? I will pay you for the help. I'm just looking for this address. Before he could deny me once more, I show the bottom half of the letter where the address is clearly written. He squints at the paper, adjusting his sight to get a better look at it. Girlie, do you know where that is? That's in the Black Market District. Someone like you don't belong there. Hell, even I avoid it. Black Market District? Even so, I have to get there. I'll pay you if you just point me in the right direction. He sighs. 5 knocks on the brick, pause, give 3 knocks, and pause again to give 4. That's all I know and all I'll say. He looks at me and grins toothily. Payment? Clearly the only language merchants speak is money. Oh yes, thank you so much for the help. I leave him a fair amount of coin for his trouble. Something about walking in bricks and pausing and knocking. I arrive at the west alleyway. It's a rather nondescript path. Upon reaching the end, I make a left turn down to see a brick wall. I see, that's the password. It has an odd discoloration unlike the rest. This must be the wall the merchant spoke of. Well, I stare at the wall for a few moments. This is certainly not something I had planned for this trip. I suppose I'll have to just give it a go. Oh my god. I think it's 543, you know? Oh my god, is it? Okay, well, we're gonna cheat. And because I was not paying attention. 5, 3, 4. Okay. 5, pause, 3, pause, 4. 5, 3. There is no response at first, but suddenly the wall is pulled back. With cautionary steps, I push inside, seeing no one is there behind the door. Oh. It closes the moment I enter. It must be an ancient elevator, rusted and old. The rickety elevator descends down for a while. I start to regret stepping inside. Who knows what I will find so far down? Until it finally comes to a stop, the door opens, and I am greeted with a new world. More fish. Oh my god, not fish. Those are tails of mermaids, I'm assuming. Oh, how terrible. I was like, wow, tails. And I was like, fish. But things are also... Ah! This is the black market. It's almost like a circus or a fairground. Many merchants' booths have strange knickknacks begging to be looked at. It's hard to make out any faces, too. No one here seems keen to be recognized in any fashion. A sea of clothes and rags stare back at me as I exit the elevator. Exotic fruits, animals, books, and so many more things from what must have been lands long gone to the waves are being sold here as rarities. My eyes follow every gleaming thing on display. This is incredible. As I walk around in awe, my eyes caught on a stand of tropical flowers arranged in a beautiful pattern. Mother would love to see this. My hand reaches for my camera once more. Oh, a character! I wouldn't dare to take out that camera here, unless you are planning on joining the fish in the stands. My heart sinks as I stand frozen, feeling a gloved hand on top of my own, stopping me. I thought I saw a familiar face in the crowd. I didn't know it was you, June Finch. I turn to see who the hell the man is behind me. How does he know my name? I slap his hand away from mine and glare at his face. I do not recognize him. It's a bit rude to It's a bit rude to slap a friend, isn't it? Who are you exactly? He scoffs and shakes his head. You don't remember your old playmate? I'm hurt. After all these years, I didn't once forget about you. I haven't been in this part of Aquantis before. You must have me mistaken for someone else. This isn't your first time here. Don't appreciate being treated like a stranger, though I suppose it's been a while. Bending down to my level, the stranger looks me right in the eyes. Jogging anything in that noggin. I've grown up a bit since you've last seen this mug. How about it? I mean, I guess. Is it not ringing any bells for you, June? Because I've not seen this man before. He stares at me for a moment before the realization hits. That's right. He pulls down his mask to reveal a handsome and somewhat familiar face. Hunter Aubrey Moreau. Hunter. That's my name, yes. He looks positively delighted to hear me say his name. Oh. Right! Hammy! You were so different when we were young. He deflates as soon as I say it. Yeah, why don't you say Hammy? You still remember that nickname. Pity. Tease him, might as well. Well, Hammy, you don't leave my mind that easily. Please, really, Hunter is just fine. Oh, but your face is so cute when I say it. You. You. Okay, interesting that we don't really recognize Hunter, though. He looks away from me. I believe he is thoroughly embarrassed now. Of course, I'll just call you Hunter. I'm just having my fun. We used to play near the beach as kids. If there was anyone I'd recall from my time here, it'd be him. We were fast friends, though I can't remember much of what we did together. He was a strange little kid. At least you remember me. It's been only about, what, 10 years since we've last seen each other? I feel like... How old are you guys? Are you 18 and you last saw each other when you were 8 or something like that? Who knows? I'll be honest. I lost the voice. Never expected you to come back. I do remember his smile when he was trying to show me shells or bugs he found on the beach. As I look at him now, it seems like the only thing that remains is that smile. I came to see my grandfather, if you still remember him. Ah, family visit. Of course I still remember the old man. His hunting company practically owned half the market strip. Though he went into retirement a few years ago. He tilts his head, gazing at me intently. Need some help finding your way? Well, yes, if you wouldn't mind. I'll take you. Just keep your camera out of view. And stop gawking at things like you've never been here before. People might think you're a spy or something. He unclips his cloak and throws it on top of my head. My nose is assaulted with the salty smell of the sea. Hey, don't just throw this dirty thing on me. Just keep it for now. Keep your eyes down so people can't clearly see your face, and avoid seeing things you shouldn't be looking at anyways. Seeing things I shouldn't be? Things I am forbidden to see. I feel a pressing need to see them, but a far more pressing urge to stay hidden from the rest of the townsfolk here. I do as he asks, even if the cloak starts to chafe on my shoulders and crush my hat. He takes my hand and gives a low hush, leading me through the crowd. I look down at my feet. He walks meticulously, carefully weaving through the crowds of people, and I try my best to keep in step with his strides. But then I see something tantalizingly curious out of the corner of my eye. Without thinking, I glance up. Oh gosh. No, this is terrible. There is a pale but beautiful face in the dark behind the glass. The further along we walk, the more her face is revealed. Her body is so human and serene from the top, but her lower half, scales, a tail that flows in the water and reflects off the dim lights around her. A woman. No, a creature that is equal parts human and fish. Beautiful. Her long silver hair moves in the glass, in the water, just like her tail. She is mouthing something, banging on the glass, but I can't hear a word. Her eyes seem to lock onto mine for a moment. Is she asking for my help? Suddenly, my view of the rest of the stand is unblocked, and I'm able to peek through the empty spot in the crowd. It is a fish hawker stand, and there's an axe, a knife. Ooh, this does not look good. Oh, looks terrible. Her sign reads, "Catch of the day." Another mermaid, eerily similar to the face banging on the glass on a table in front of the tank. Whoa. Except she is missing her body from the hip below, tail ripe for the taking by rabid customers, piece by piece. As if she was just the catch of the day, another fish for someone to eat for dinner. Ugh. I grip Hunter's hand tighter, and he starts to walk faster through the crowd. Okay, that was terrible to see, actually. I was concerned about those tails that we see in the background here. Does not look fun. None of this looks fun. This black market district. I said keep your eyes down, where people might see your face. You don't want them remembering what you look like. I know. I glance back for just a moment before turning back. The cruel reality of the world. There isn't much I can do about it. To fill the air with something else, I ask Hunter a question. Do you hunt now too? Do you hunt now too? Well, yeah, I do. It's the family business, though your family left it to mine. Your old man always talked about wanting you to come back to join him, but when he announced his retirement, he sold most of it to my mother instead. I see. I wonder how many mermaids die like that. Thinking about it, I mean, I do pity them. I would be terrified if I were in their situation. If I were a mermaid, I would rather die in the sea at home, not here. Yeah, agreed. Terrible. How terrible. Did we have to go through the black market district to go find Grandpa? Like, hello? That, I mean, I guess we had to set up a little bit of, the mermaid, like the world of mermaids in this world, so we'll see how that all turns out. Once we make it outside the underground, I can finally see the sky again. The sun is already far along its journey. It's afternoon already. Wandering does that to you. When did your train get here? Early morning. My legs are aching to sit. We're almost there. Don't keel over on me, would you? I wouldn't dream of it. We're actually at the port side now, the edge of the country, practically the edge of the world. Ships are anchored near the store. Fishermen and hunters alike line the dock, carrying supplies to and from the ships. They are much different than the ones I remember as a kid. These are large, made of steel, and produce steam. Does grandfather live on one of these ships? The only one not made of steel. That one over there. Out on the furthest side of the docks is a large wooden ship. It sticks out compared to the rest, with its clothed sails and ornate details. It has clearly been maintained with a lot of pride and dedication. I have a faint recollection of grandfather owning a boat, of course, but I thought I would remember more than that upon seeing his home. Well, keep moving along already. I thought you'd be more excited to see your grandpa. Hey, don't start shoving me. I appreciate the help, but you really don't have to follow me the whole way there. I have business with your old man already. Running into you was just a coincidence. Come on, let's go. All right, let's go. We board a small rowboat to take us there. Before I know it, we arrive on deck. Oh, and Hunter walks towards the entrance of the ship's interior. 10 years apart, finally coming to an end. Perhaps my parents estranged us over a misunderstanding, and it will be a simple, happy reunion with no trouble at all. I doubt it. I want to hear his side of it regardless. I want answers. Hunter knocks at the entrance of the ship. There's some loud grunting and muffled swearing as the door opens. I told you people, I don't want any. The old man stands frozen before me. He looks as though he's seen a ghost. Grandfather! Oh, bless the stars! You got my letter. You're really here, my dear sweet June. Suddenly, I'm caught in his embrace. He may be older, but his strength certainly has not faded. I hug him tightly in return. The wave of anxious anticipation I had moments before seems to vanish entirely. It's been too long, Grandfather. Oh, and I see the lad brought you here. Thank you, my boy. Get in here, too. Sir, that's not necessary. Just 'cause you're a man now doesn't mean I can't still embarrass you like my own grandchild. Grandpa's leg. You can't escape. Grandfather traps Hunter too. Though Hunter groans, I can't help but laugh. Once he has squeezed the daylight out of us, he lets go. It's been years. Oh, just how many years has it been since I've seen the both of you together? How many years has it been since I've seen you, June? How's your mother? She never replies when I write to her. Nor has she ever let you reply to letters I've sent you over the years. My heart sinks. Mother has been well as father, but, well, she read the letters, but never let me see them. I only recently saw them myself. She let me keep the gifts you sent, but never the letters. Huh? Why does it say Marie? My name is June. I guess. Marie? Question mark. Okay, I think that either is a weird code thing, because, like, I usually would be a Marie or a Blue in these situations, but I kept the name June, but that's okay. He lets out a wistful sigh. Can't be helped, I suppose. Come on, then. Let's get you settled in. Time just flies by, and before I know it, it's been a week. Goodness. Today, Grandfather and I are shopping for the next week's supply of food before he meets a trader in the afternoon, along with Hunter, who just happened to be free. I don't know a thing about shopping for fish. It's easy enough. Just look at the coloring and the smell. Color, I can do that, but I'd rather not have to smell them all. Or at all. There's been worse smells, little bug. When you've been on a ship for 3 days and 3 nights with 10 dead mermaids and they're starting to curdle in the sun, that's when the smell's bad. Ha 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 ha. The mermaids. I've learned some things from Grandpa in my time here. He's quite proud of his history at sea with the mermaids. I suppose you'll never get to see that, would ye? He also wishes I could have inherited his love for the hunt. Apologies, Grandfather. Don't bother me, little bug. Don't worry about me. I know it ain't everyone's cup of tea. Hunter taps Grandfather on the shoulder. Mr. Eaton, she's open. Grandfather pulls out his timepiece and flips it open. Huh, look at the time already. Can't keep her waiting. The ship won't pay for itself. Grandfather takes his leave. I can tell he's trying to be cheerful, but he still looks dejected. Grandfather. Out of habit, my hand finds my camera still sitting at my side, waiting. I wish I could find some way to cheer him up. Is there anything Grandfather likes that I could get him? A present, huh? I have an idea. You do? Mr. Eden be ecstatic to hear you go out to see one of his old haunts. How do you fancy a boat ride? I can steer us to the safer part of the sea. That sounds perfect. Oh, thank you, Hunter. We're going to make Grandfather's day. We embark on Hunter's fishing vessel, he at the helm and I at the edge of the railing. The sea is calm and the sun is shining down. I'm assuming this is before shenanigans/storm happens. A storm happens, rather. I'm going to steer us towards the calmer ones. Might be able to spot a maid going onto the rocks for a sunbathe. Mermaids sunbathe? Really? Yep, but if they spot my little skiff, the show's over. There's no safer place than this part of the sea. I keep my camera at the ready, not willing to let any photo opportunities pass me by. My only experiences are with inland animal photography, but surely sea animals are no more difficult than capturing birds on film. Okay, there must be some similarities. The boat travels further out to sea, putting the port behind us. How are you enjoying the view? I'm about to respond to him, but the ship catches on the waves and I stumble. Oh, what the damn? The weather changes nearly in an instant. I can't see a hint of blue in the sky. Our perfect sailing day was covered by clouds of gray. It was only sunny moments ago. What is this? Blasted. I've sailed us right into a sea witch's storm. Hold on to something, June. Oh, okay. The ship creaks as he tries to turn it back towards the port, but it seems to make no progress at all. The lurching nearly throws me to the floorboards, but I grab the side of the ship just in time to stay upright. Ah! Something stirs in the back of my memory as I stare into the waves. Something is glowing through the wind and rain. Who? This is familiar to me, but... Okay, maybe something happened with your maybe your grandfather tried to take you out, on the ship, and then something like this happened, and your parents were freaked out, as they should be, and kept you away from him. So, we'll see. That's my guess right now. The waters are getting choppier. Stay away from the ledge. Well, obviously, I can hardly stand straight. He returns back to his position. eyes staying forward as the winds grow stronger. I can hardly see, but can't give up my quest for a picture. How are you going to get a picture in this movement? The sounds of the waves and the wind make Hunter's words hard to hear. I hold my camera up, making sure my hand is ready to press the trigger once I see a mermaid. Come with me. What? O ye of land to the queen of sea. My thoughts are hazy, and my body feels as though I'm floating. June! What are you doing? Come. To Skyla. It's a singing, I assumed, but I didn't sing it. The singing feels as though it is only for my ears to hear alone. The waves calling out for me to sink in. Shit! It's a siren! June! Hunter abandons his position at the helm of the ship and races towards me, but I can't imagine why. An unimportant thought crosses my mind. I've heard of something like this before. Sailors being sung to the sea, only to be met with death. A siren song. At the edge of the boat, my eyes look down below for the cause of my affliction. But the darkness below the waves are all I can see, and the voice all I can hear. With all my might, I hold tightly to the slippery railing that parts me from the water, and yet my body is going against my will to stay put. I sit atop the ledge, and just for a split moment, I think I can hear Hunter calling my name before I take the plunge. Dang. The light of the surface is drifting further and further away. My body is sinking deeper, and the loud sounds from the surface are lost in the waves. The song stops, but my body is numb. The regret floods my mind, but it's too late. I can feel myself fading. Okay. So that's where we were at the beginning of the story, and now we are caught up. How great. After all these years, this is where it's been, encased in a protective spell. I can't just rip it out either. This is going to take time. Alas, keeping her alive for now is my only choice. Why did he ever offer something like this to a human? Where am I? Ah, you've awoken, little human. Or shall I say fish? Blup. Why are we a fish now? How cute. Huh. Blup, blup, blup. A strange voice laughs at me, and I recognize it. Blub, blub, blub. That's no way to speak as a lady. Try as I might, none of my words come out right. I've been turned into a fish by the siren. Get her? I try to swim at her, but an invisible wall stops me before I can get close enough to smack her. Near invisible, I should say. The walls are shining. A bubble. None of that swimming off. Stay put, dearie, and be good, yes? You'll give me what I want in time. Now, where did I put that pestle? She swims away, and I'm left alone to contemplate my new fate. Pushing my hands, fins against the bubble, I can hardly push through. I'm trapped. There's no doubt about it. Am I cursed to stay like this forever? Am I going to die being eaten for some fish's dinner, same as the mermaids above? From the distance through the water, I could hear the siren talking to herself, swimming to and fro around the cave. Extraction of the pearl. Extraction. She comes back over to me, her sharp eyes stunningly beautiful. Yet I can't help but feel fear as she grabs the bubble, bringing me closer to her face, examining me with a ravenous intent. Who made you so small, so difficult to see? Do you humans still practice magic on land? Do you even know what it is that you possess? Blub? No, you seem ignorant. Yet I know it's inside you. I I can see it radiating off you. Faint and hidden, but it's there. What do I possess? What could I have, even? And magic practice? I'm not in a fairy tale, am I? How did you convince him to give it to you? Bribery? Well, surely this is a mistake of some sort. Let's just get started. We have a lot of trial and error ahead of us. Her clawed fingers gracefully pop the bubble, but just as swiftly in that motion, her hand clasps around me. My heart was rushing in my tiny body. She could pop me in an instant as well. She closes in on whatever she was preparing to test on me in the back of the cave before she suddenly pauses, listening closely to something as her ear fins twitch. The further out you swim, the more guilty you are. Those fish belong to the vanguard. Return them now, and I will not arrest you. That voice. He's not supposed to be here. She squeezes me painfully in frustration. Well, I'm sorry, my liege, but I'm sure you'll find something else out there to eat. Perhaps you should ask your vanguard how they got these fish in the first place. It wasn't very kind or knightly. Are you suggesting we stole from you? If my men have done harm to your village and stolen from you, I will personally take accountability in returning those fish and providing recompense. However, the fact of the matter is that you stole from the royal guard. I need to chase them away. How about this? She waves her free hand out to the voices, whispering in a tongue I can't understand. My body starts to tingle all over, but her hand's grip has loosened, just enough for me to squirm out of her grasp. You little eel! Get back here! Quickly zipping across the room, I push my tiny fins as hard as they can go. Her tentacles try to grasp me, but I am too small for them to catch. And just through sheer luck, in front of me in the cave wall is a crack, just small enough for me to fit through. I can hear the siren cursing behind the wall as I swim away. Okay, we are freer than we were before. It doesn't matter where I go, just far enough away from that witch. The hole appears to have brought me straight into the thick of things outside the cave. We have two characters. We have a guard and someone else. Sharks ahead! Get the prince out of here. We've been in the witch's domain for too long, your majesty. We must return now. Sharks? We are in the witch's country, aren't we? I'll be taking these home then. Goodbye. You damned fish-grubbing parasite. Fine. It seems like the two opposing parties are separating, and I need to figure out where to go now. Maybe one of them can help me. Hiding between the broken shells of sea hunters' ships, I can see sharks patrolling. The siren summoned them. The merman that was surrounded by knights was called a prince, huh? He sure looks like one. His fins are unlike any other I've seen, a striking array of blue. Do I approach him? Or perhaps the other fellow? He seems like he might be more willing to help me, like some of the townsfolk I know back home. Anything would be better than returning to that sea witch. Either way, they're both starting to swim away. We're gonna follow one of them. Perhaps the prince would be kind to someone in need. I hope I'm not a species of fish they fight over for eating. All I have to do is wait for this shark to pass. 3, 2, 1. Bob! With all the might I can muster, I push my way through the current, leaving a trail of bubbles behind me. It feels like riding a bicycle downhill without any brakes to stop me. I can't stop, crashing into the back of the striking merman's head. Who? Please, help me! The fish drew their attention. The sharks hurl towards us in a frenzy, chomping at the water and whatever moves in front of them. I swim as quickly as I can past the striking merman, hoping the sharks haven't caught my scent. I know I've scraped something swimming out of the cave. It's a minor itch, but I can feel the blood seeping from my body as I propel through the water. And if sharks are drawn to blood, it's only a matter of time before I'm done for. The princely fellow seems to realize this, at least. You there. Lead it that way. I swim in the direction he is pointing, and I notice in horror that he has not followed me there. However, my worry is unwarranted. He must have quickly brandished a weapon between the eyes of the great white, as a cloud of bubbles and a hole in its head are all I can see before it's over. The shark sinks quickly to the ocean floor, pushing up the sand below, blood intermingling with the tide. Surely this dead shark is more tantalizing than my pitiful injury. Let us away before the others come. Right. How fearsome his strength must be. He certainly doesn't seem the type. The wave of adrenaline is starting to finally calm down, but I follow him diligently to a safer spot away from the cave and the sharks. Stay still for a moment. His brow furrows as he draws closer to me, his hands hovering my sides but not quite enclosing my body. A faint glow surrounds me, the scales reforming over in moments. Almost instantly, I could feel my energy return. I suppose being so small, even a little bit of blood loss could make you quite weak. Was that healing magic? I've only ever heard of it in books. I should... no, wait, I forget myself. Thank you, sir. Through some miracle, it seems he can understand me. You speak strangely, but that's none of my concern. You're either extremely resilient or a spy of that sea witch. I'm not a spy. I'm just a resilient type, as you say. I sincerely hope he believes me, as it's true. I suppose I will believe you for this moment. Your wounds have been taken care of, so please, return to your reefs safely. Prince Fiorin, are you injured? Of course not. His vanguard found us, relieved to see their charge unhurt. However, the guards pointed their weapons at me. Her kind shouldn't be this deep in the ocean. Couldn't this be one spy? No, surely they wouldn't just kill me for being strange. That's funny. The prince seems to think about this for a moment, but he looks too exhausted to give it proper consideration. Yet, he glances at me. Do they feel familiar? It would be impossible for us to have met before today, yet I get the feeling we have somehow. It is quite uncommon. Most of her kind wouldn't be able to withstand these depths. However, if she was a spy, I doubt the sharks would have attacked her. I believe she was only swept up in our clash. Regardless, there are other matters we must attend to, and we've already wasted enough time. He turns to address me last. So, please, you are free to go. You have my permission. I don't need his blessing. I just need whatever magic power he has to help me turn back to normal. Clearly, he knows a trick or two, especially with those sharks. If it's all right, I would like to make a request. Could you lead me back to the kingdom? I have business there. He stares at me for a few moments, with an indeterminable expression on his face. You may follow us. When we arrive, attend to your business. Any other troubles from then on must be your own. That's more than enough. Thank you. That is definitely not enough. If I stay, that could be my chance to find some answers to cure my fishy affliction. I follow the prince and his guards across the sea, taking in the sights as I pass them. I am behind the knights that swam in a march, putting distance between me and the prince. I suppose I'm no longer allowed to speak with him. Left alone with my thoughts, my mind races every which way. Am I the first human to experience the sea like this? I wish I had my camera, but it wouldn't survive the plunge. I hope it somehow escaped my fate. Hunter must think the worst outcome for me, falling like I did. And, oh, grandfather! He would be devastated to find out I went overboard. They're going to think I drowned. I need to return back. I mean, yeah, we kind of do, but how are we going to do that? Hopefully this prince will help us in some way or form. The inner dialogue, the inner thoughts are very interesting to me. June's a fun character. The waters seem to brighten more as we swim, peaks of coral and schools of beautiful fish. We arrive at a place just before a city, where a mesmerizing merman waits. My lovely nephew, where have you been? I hear news of an attack, and you do not deign to tell me. Cetus, it has been a long day. You have to forgive my impropriety. Always so stiff. I merely jest. I know no trouble would come of an attack on you. The man called Cetus seems familiar as well. The more he speaks, the more I also feel a sense that I have met him before. Oh, who's this you have following you like a pet, Theo? His gaze catches on me, and I want nothing more than to dart behind a rock and hide. I did not ask for a name. She claims to have business here in the city. By formality, I allowed her to return with me. I see. Cetus stares at me for a moment before he starts chanting in a low tone. The prince does not pay it any heed. I will return shortly to my duties, uncle. My body seizes, and I feel drawn towards Cetus. The prince does not seem to take notice. My will is no longer mine, and I am no more than a mere fish lost in the sea. It's just like how I felt when the siren dragged me under. Suddenly, a burst of light breaks my body free from the trance, and I feel my fins begin to change. Okay, did Cetus was like, I sense a human in there. Oh, hello there. Oh my gosh, they're gonna leave me on a cliffhanger. You've reached the end of the demo for Heart's Depth. We sincerely look forward to releasing the rest of the story. I hope they put me in the next update. That'd be so great. We saw you briefly, Joran. Anyway, thank you so much for playing. Follow our game page for updates. We have much, much more to come. Okay, I don't know what Cetus was doing. Was Cetus trying to help us out? Was Cetus trying to, I don't know, but, can't we just communicate before things are done to us, please? Hopefully Cetus is on our side. I'm also assuming that the prince will also help June get back to land. We will see. Anyways, that was really fun for me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please press the like button. And if you're interested in this demo, then please make sure to check out Heart's Depth and the game devs page, which I will link below. And yeah, feel free to subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more visual novel playthroughs. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. And I will be back with more soon. Bye!